Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Before we get into this video, let me just place a disclaimer. This video did not go the way I planned. It's still a fun video. I really enjoyed creating this painting, but definitely not what I intended when I had kind of first put together the idea of this video. And so, yeah, it's a little bit random. Weird things happen in this video. So enjoy. And thumbs up for weird, odd, random things that happen while you're creating art. Today I'm going to be doing something different. I get requests all the time to try different types of art mediums, and one is acrylic paints. I don't do a lot of painting in acrylic, and I really don't know why, except for it's maybe a little bit more of a hassle to set up the supplies needed, I guess. So yeah, I have a canvas here. It's like an 8 by 10, I think. I have a little dish for water and a little paper towel and some paints. And these are paints I got from Hobby Lobby. You can use any brand that you want. As you can see, I actually have a mixed brand. And for a long time, I painted with just like apple barrel acrylic paint. You can use anything. And the reason I'm showing you is because I actually just finished a piece that is a present for some friends of mine that are going away. We're doing kind of a little guest signings. All the friends are going to put their thumbprints on the tree, which is really fun. And I had so much fun painting it. I really wish I would have recorded the actual painting process. So I decided to do a smaller version of the same kind of idea with it. There's one little swish technique that you need to learn, and once you've learned it, you can just have fun with it. Acrylics are really forgiving, because if you mess up, you can just paint over top of them. So I have my water here. I have some paper towel here. I just need something to put my paints on. That wasn't something I thought about. Ugh. I only use the best quality art supplies, which is a piece of ripped up cardboard. You can use any size brush. I would say the bigger the canvas, the larger the brush you're going to have. But I would use a flathead brush for this part, and then we're going to use a round brush or round brushes for the actual detailing of the silhouette that we're going to put on there. So I'm going to squeeze out some white paint. And I always squeeze out, that would be my... Oh dear. Oh dear. See, this is why I don't like to do painting, because you guys don't know this, but I have just spilt all my water, and I would show you, but it's careening across my desk. And hang on. Well, that happened. I always tend to put too much white paint on my palette. Let's try this again, shall we? Oh, and just so you guys know, no, I do not go out and buy Smart Water for my drawings. This is just an old bottle that I use because I like it because it doesn't spill. This, on the other hand, will spill if your iPad falls into it. But don't worry, guys, the iPad's safe. Alright, trying to get my water there so you can see my water. So what I'm doing is I'm going to ooh, somehow I think I didn't rinse this brush out. My goodness. Can anything else go wrong? So I think I used this to smear a powdered ink around, and there was just leftover dye in there. So we're just gonna go with it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna take my paint and just get that a little bit thinned out, not soupy, but just thin. And I'm going to evenly coat each side, and then what I'm doing is I'm going to start priming the area. And this technique, or the stroke that you want, is kind of a back and forth. So you're going to go swish and swish. So you're not really painting it like this. You're back and forth, and you're not going to see anything because obviously this is white paint on a white canvas. But I'm going to lay my paint in here first so that my other colors will blend in easier. And I don't know, you might find a different swish method that works better. This is the swish method that I have found works best for me when creating my kind of cloud-like appearance on canvas. Now let's introduce a color. And remember, a little bit of paint goes a long way. So a little bit of red, looks like drops of blood. A little bit of blue. and a little bit of yellow. And then I'm just going to tap up just a little bit of that color. I'm not even going to mix it in the paint. I'm just going to let it go on here. And you'll be like, ah! Remember, we're creating beautiful clouds. So I find not blending my paint on the palette, but blending it on the wet paint on my canvas gives me these great clouds. Now if I try to do, like down here there's no paint. If I try to do it down here, it blends too much. It just gets boring. So you have to have that white in there. If it's too dark, you can just go back over it with more white. And it's okay if it's too thick, because you can just go in there with, just keep blending that out, pushing it around. The trick with clouds, or to have fun with them, is to not over blend out your colors. You want them to be softened, but you want your clouds to have a little bit of life. So let's finish covering this canvas with white paint. And if you are uncertain if you've gotten your canvas completely covered with white paint, and you want to make sure that's wet, don't let it dry, move your head around and you can kind of see the glare of the light off of the wet paint, and let you just know if you've missed any spots or if a spot is drying up too fast. Okay, so let's go in with some good color here. I'm gonna get some nice purples right in here. And again, we're just going to go back with that kind of crisscross. A little yellow over here. And you just have fun with it. There's no rules to clouds. That's what clouds are, the fun thing to paint with acrylics. And if you get too much paint, just rinse your brush off back in the white. And just light-handed, light. Now, if you try this for the first time and it doesn't work, and you say, Valerie, you said it was easy-ish. Easy, yes, but you still have to practice. So don't give up right away. I say easy in art, like as far as learning how to paint the Mona Lisa as opposed to painting this. This is much easier than learning how to paint the Mona Lisa. This is a great beginner thing for someone who is wanting to play around with color, because there are no specific rules. Your clouds look exactly as you want them to be. The only thing you can do to kind of, and it wouldn't even really mess it up, is just to blend it so much that there's no life into your drawing. So now I got this, and I'm going to start putting in some darker shades. So you'll see I'm going in here with a little bit of kind of a purple. And I'm just using a really soft hand on my brush. I'm just skimming it off across the top of the canvas. And it's just moving that paint around just a little bit. And if your canvas is too thick with paint, you'll see, because there's just too much paint on it. Just give it a second to dry up a little bit. Or let it dry completely and go back and just add that same tone underneath it a little bit, and you can blend it up. So you have that contrast, thinking about the light versus dark. And darks are going to push things back, and light is going to pull things forward. So I want this cloud to come out a little bit. So I'm having that nice dark contrast, and it's hitting that light cloud. But now I'm going to flick this part up. I want this part to blend. And you notice when I bring my paintbrush up, it picks up some of that white. So just very lightly, and clean it off if it pulls down that paint. And hit the camera a couple times. Yeah. Put some dark shades in there. You're like, oh, that's too much. No, it's not. I'm going to clean my brush off now. I want that dark in there. I'm going to get some more white. So you hold your toothbrush, not your paintbrush, in your mouth. Because that's what artists do. There you go. That's why artists never share their art supplies, because most likely paintbrushes have been in somebody's mouth. Okay, and now I'm going to take that white and I'm going to blend it. Get a little bit more blue in there. Wipe off the excess paint and just kind of feather that up. Clean that dark paint off. If I can pull in some white. And again, just lightly feathering. I'm barely touching that canvas. Just introducing some lighter color to that to blend with that darker blue. Oops. See now? I pulled that dark color up. So I'm going to clean off my brush because I know I have some dark on there. I'm just going to feather that around there. Blend that into the wet paint behind. Boom. Oh, it's like magic, you guys. This is the most calming thing. I would just hang these clouds on my wall. I love clouds. So normally, I would just take and, draw some trees growing in here or something. I don't know. I'm loving this. I just think I want clouds. I don't think I want a silhouette of anything. I just love this. Just loving this. Do I sound like Bob Ross? I kind of feel like Bob Ross right now. Happy little clouds. Only I'm not going to paint my little mountain because they're getting in the way of my clouds. Yeah. Alright, so I think the cloud part is done. And even though I just want to leave these clouds just the way they are and just have clouds hanging in my room, I wanted to put a silhouette of something. So I'm going to take a picture of this. I'm going to post it to Instagram and ask you guys if I should put a tree or what I should put in the back. Which this is the background, so what should the front silhouette be? The magic of time! Only seconds for you, but hours for me. So this is completely dry now, and I put this on Instagram. I put this picture on Instagram and asked you guys what you thought I should paint on it, and you had some great ideas. And in fact, the idea that I'm choosing kind of changes what I was originally going to do, because originally I was going to put a silhouette, which is really cool looking, and I might still have to do a video on that later. But you guys gave me an idea, and this painting needs it, and several of you guys requested it, suggested it, so I'm going to go with that, which is a hot air balloon. I'm so excited to do this. So the first thing I want to do is block it. First, I'm going to sketch it out. So there's my basic shape that I'm going to use for that. Then I'm going to go ahead and get some white paint again, because my paint palette's pretty much dried up because of the passage of time. So I'm going to cover this all in white paint. The circle part coming down into here. I'm going to erase this here so it doesn't mess up this. And then I can paint my colors over top of the white. Alright, now that the paint is set, it's not completely dry, but it's a little bit tackier. I'm going to go ahead and grab in some of this red, pull that in here, and a little bit of blue. I'm trying to make kind of a bit of a purple. And also because I kind of want this to look 3D, I'm shading this as I would like a dimensional object. So I'm trying to create that 3D look. Alright, so this is pretty dry now, so I'm... Ew! Okay, no, not cool. Fly... Oh, he's even swimming still. Do I rescue him? Ugh. You are bug. Okay, I'll rescue you. Come on my paintbrush. Come on my paintbrush. This is going to be the weirdest and most random video ever. Put you over here. You dry off on that. If you fly and bug me, I'm smashing you. Alright, fly, I know you're resting on that, but I guess I could use brown instead, since fly is comfortably resting on my black. I use brown. All right, this is where you have to just be brave. One there, one there, one there. So we're just going to wrap. There, that's pretty. I like it. Okay, guys, I need a name for this fly because he's still sitting here cleaning his little head. So leave your guys' suggestions for my studio fly in the comment section below. We'll have to choose it quick because they only have a life expectancy of like 24 hours or something. So yeah, the memory of the fly. But this was fun, and it was kind of fun to work with you guys and have you guys suggest what to paint in this cloud picture. It really changed from what I originally intended this video to be about, which was, I mean, basically showing you how to do clouds, which we did, but then I was going to do a silhouette, and this definitely wasn't a silhouette, but it was fun. And then we had, you know, spilling water and then flies falling in water. So random video. If you enjoy random art videos like this and you're not yet a subscriber, make sure to hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And until next time, God bless you guys, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.